Hello, my name is Dr. Scott Young with Hearing Solutions Centers, and today we're going to talk to you about the Avantree Aria Me headphones. Coming right up. Okay, so when you think about headphones, you think, is it going to be hard to hook up? Why would I use it? What do I want to do? Let me give you how this thing works. First off, I always look at how easy it is to hook this little puppy up. The first thing I did, I don't like to read instructions. Do you? Well, I hate that kind of stuff. So one of the things that I will do is I'll take out the headphones. First off, I want to see, are they even charged up? Some companies don't even charge up their headphones. It makes it crazy. I mean, you pick them up and you have to go charge them up before you get even a chance to play with it. Well, this company does make sure they're charged up. Now, you can easily charge this up with a micro USB, hook up to the thing, but it's got a little tree that you can set it on. Just set it down on the very top of it, and you can set it down and boop, it just sits on there and charges up from your computer. So it gives a really simple way of doing it, but you can also come over here in the low-tech way and just plug them in right to your computer or into the wall. And they give you all the hookups for that. But the thing I like to do is to find out how well this works for one of the harder areas of my life to deal with. Now, I wear hearing aids. I have a hearing loss, a mild to moderate hearing loss. I'm an audiologist, and I've been doing this for about 30 years as an audiologist, and I have this issue. Now, when I don't want to wear this necessarily for the phone, but you could do this very simply for the phone. What I want to wear this for is the iPad. Now you're going, what are you talking about? Let me tell you what happens to me. So I go on to the airplane. I'm trying to maybe have some conversations through my phone, through my hearing aids, with my high-tech type of hearing aids. When I get on the airplane, I'm gonna put my hearing aids in hearing aid mode, or the airplane mode. So I put my phone into the airplane mode. I'm really not working through the hearing aids, and music doesn't exactly sound the right way with hearing aids because they're actually built for something different. So many times, I will take off my hearing aids. Now, the struggle that will happen as I take off my hearing aids, put them in the case, I want to pull out something like in-ear monitors. Now, here's the problem, and I'm showing it to you as I pull it out. Now, what you're going to see as you look at this is a mass of cables. I also have to hook up with my iPad Pro a USB-C with the little hookup here. So I have to have this extra connector. Then I have to sit there on the airplane and try to untangle this mess. Now, it is what it is upon an airplane. So there also is a hookup. Now, if I accidentally unhook this thing, I have actually lost one of them and it slid down underneath the seat. And so I'm struggling, I'm trying to, get it all right. Then these are nice and custom fit, and they have a beautiful sound too. That's not the problem, but it's always the hookup. So it takes me extra seconds, and I have to work on it, and then I might lose some piece of that, and I'm gonna share with you a way of doing this. And by the way, I could never talk on it. Let's just show you the easy way. So what I did to my system is I made something pretty darn simple. Inside of there, you can download the app called the Avantree Audio. So the first thing that I would do is I went to the Bluetooth and just searched in Bluetooth, and it easily found the headphones. Once I did that, I went into the audio, and I'm just gonna turn this on just right now. And it says, welcome. So it's a very easy thing. It talks to you as it goes along, and then I would put on the headphones. And then once they are connected, it will say create an audio profile. And so what you walk through is you're trying to hook up the audio profile, and you just want to listen to these sounds. Now, it's thinking like it's a hearing test. What it is just giving you a basic idea of how bad or how good your hearing is. Really, it would be called in audiological terms, a screening. So it's trying to give you an idea and correct a little bit for that. That's not like hearing aids, don't think it is, but it's going to be able to look in that way. Now, once you get that set up, what I wanted to do is how easy it was to go onto Hulu, to go onto Netflix or Amazon, or even any other kind of app program. So on an app, for instance, if you wanted to go to music, if you wanted to listen to Spotify or whatever that you might want to look at, you want to listen to how it works. And it was unbelievable. What was even cooler is that even if I had my hearing aids back on, okay, let's just say I left the hearing aids on so I could hear and understand the stewardess at times. See, so I don't want to hear anyone. I just want to shut off and everyone shut up around me. This helps me to be able to shut down that kind of stuff. And this says, leave me alone. Okay, so when I have this on, I can still hear a little bit of the sound. So I can go into the Spotify, pull up my Spotify record and start playing. The first things that I wanted to do is how different types of songs would go. Now, first off, I had a guitar-y, real high voice Alejandro, and I wanted to hear how he would sound on American Idol back in 2018, and just had a gorgeous sound, but that doesn't give him the fullness. So I went into my worship set, so I'm listening to a worship set of really soft songs, and then I went into some 80s rock, and I wanted to have a full range, and we started to see the fullness of the effect. Now, in the back of it, I really didn't look that deeply, and I found this little headphone, or this little microphone hookup. Pop in the microphone hookup, you have to turn it on, and once you do that, you can talk on the phone. So if you wanted to hook this up to your phone, which is just as easy to do, you're going to be in that mode, and you can be able to walk down an airport and still have a phone conversation. So it's a couple ways of doing that, but there's a very simple way of doing this. And a very common thing that you're going to see is that someone's walking around like this. Instead of on my in-ear monitors where I'm kind of hooking them in my pocket. A lot of people will wear the little headphones, the little white ones they get from Apple or whatever that is, and they're trying to do that, but that becomes a difficulty. And these are high-end headphones. These are not like the low-end silly ones that don't have a great range. These ones have a range. You could be away from it 30 to 50 feet away from your iPad, your iPhone, your Android, whatever that might be, and still be able to hear the sounds. That is an amazing range. And that's because of the near-field system inside of this. So as we look at that ability to do that, we see that this amazing kind of situation, I'm just flipping my page here, this amazing kind of situation for those who are audiophiles. Now there are people that kind of love music, and there are people that are picky about music. You're talking to a musician. I've written over 60 songs in my life. I'm very picky with what I hear through my hearing aids. I'm very picky with what I would hear through music, with my in-ear monitors, whatever that might be. And if it doesn't have a clean sound, I'm gonna shut it off. Well, this one actually performed in the way that I wish it would. It gave me that full sound, and it gave me a directional ability. You could hear where the instruments were coming in. So some bands will have digital drums with analog drums, and you could hear the differentiation between that. So that was really kind of cool. But so whether you're a musician, an audiophile, or even if you wear hearing aids. So you might say, well, can you do this with hearing aids? My hearing aids are over my ear, pop them on. Didn't cause a lick of whistle in the ear. It doesn't cause any problems with comfort. So it's going to go over whether I had an in-the-ear hearing aid like that or a behind-the-ear hearing aid. Didn't cause any problems, no discomfort. I can still listen through the normal part of my hearing aids, and it's giving that amplification pattern with that too. So it's a really quality idea that you ought to consider. And I just thank you so much for listening to it. Subscribe, check them out, see what you like about that. Thank you so much.